So I wanted to make this video for you guys because I myself wish I had known these things before taking my first travel nursing assignment. There are a lot of things you should know that really aren't talked about unless you're a travel nurse, like you don't really know until you experience it and you're like, oh well, next time I'll make sure I ask that question. Hey guys, it's Ailey here, back again to talk to you about 5 things every travel nurse should know before they accept a travel nursing assignment. And before I get started, guys, if you're new to my channel, hey, welcome. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. If you don't know much about me, I'm going to go ahead and give a quick spill. I'm a registered nurse, I work in critical care, and I started travel nursing about a year ago. So now that we know each other and all that good stuff, let's go ahead and talk about 5 things you should know before taking an assignment. Because let's face it, guys, these nurse recruiters don't want you to ask them these things. Usually when you're accepting an assignment, it's more so the recruiter's talking, telling you, oh, you can get this assignment, it can be for this much, blase, and you're just like, oh, tell me more. How much money? And you don't really ask, as a travel nurse, the questions that you deserve to know. And I think you should ask these questions before you take any assignment, any contract, any signing. Pretty much before you join the company, you should be asking these types of questions. So let's go and start with the first question. Yeah, I made a list. I didn't want to forget anything. Just keeping it real. So this first question, this will really catch them off guard because like I said, most recruiters are like, I'm going to tell you, just say yeah, I'm going to tell you. But the first question you should ask, guys, is how long have you been working with the company? And this can go either way. You can either get the answer, oh, I just started, I've been working for less than a year, which can really not be a great thing because if they're inexperienced, they may not be able to negotiate those offers for you. They may not be as comfortable speaking with HR at the hospitals because they're new. And I mean, it's natural. You got to start somewhere, right? But they're not going to start with me, okay? I don't want a brand new recruiter. But on the other hand, you don't want someone who's been in the company for years. Why? Because they're like sharks. They're, okay, they're not like sharks. They're just really good at wordplay. So they can really sway you in and say those little lines you want to hear and say those estimates that really aren't going to happen. But they'll make you think they're going to happen so that you join them, you sign on with their agency, and they get a bonus for it, okay? So those super experienced recruiters are also kind of bad guys because, and I'm not speaking for every single one, but usually when they have a lot of experience, they already know what to say to you. They know what you want to hear. They can get you signed on quickly. And then it's like, once you sign on, it's like, cricket, like, where'd you go? What happened? And most likely it's because they have a big pond of nurses that they're choosing from. You're just one of the many. And because you're new and you sign on with them, you're probably going to be on the back burner. They're going to be working closer with those nurses who get those sign-on bonuses, who stay and renew at these hospitals, or they extend their contracts. They're going to get the first priority. Whereas you, the one that kind of bit the bait, you're going to sit there and wait for a little while. Okay, so try to get that person that's kind of experienced, but not like a super duper expert or not a super duper new person. So like, I don't know, like 2 to 3 years. But you'll kind of be able to gauge that just by how they speak to you. And if not, you'll get a feel the next time. So that's really the first step, guys. So this kind of piggybacks off that big pond of nurses I was talking about for that super experienced recruiter. I want to know how many nurses my recruiter is working with. So this will be the next question that I would ask after knowing how long they've been in the company. And this kind of is pretty obvious, but you just want to know where you lie. Or really if they're going to tell you the truth, because they could lie and be like, oh, you're 1 of 10 when you're like 50. But at least you ask and they know that you're asking for a reason. So they'll probably pay more attention to you and you know your needs because they know you're asking these questions, you're not like new, or they won't know that you're new if you ask these questions. So it's kind of going to be like, all right, we'll move her to the top of the list, and she's asking how many nurses I work with, meaning I should probably respond to her first. These are the things you need to be asking. Don't just say yes. Don't just jump at that first assignment. You deserve to have a great recruiter just like they're deserving you as a great nurse, which I know you are. All right, so the next question is more so to put money back in your pocket. I mean, you work for these recruiters, you get these extensions, you're putting money into their pocket, into their agency, but what are they putting into yours? Besides your weekly stipend. Right, so the next question is, what type of reimbursements do they offer? License endorsements, scrubs. Some companies do reimburse you for scrubs that you may have to buy for the hospital. Say they have a certain color they wear or uniform. some companies will reimburse you for uniforms. So make sure you ask that question. Parking, as far as like garages, some hospitals provide a fee for parking there, guys. It can be pretty steep. So make sure you ask your recruiter, hey, do you guys provide reimbursements for parking at work? Not like parking every day, guys, when you drive around. Sorry, but you definitely will not get that reimbursement. But if it's pertaining to your work, your job, I've heard parking reimbursement, sometimes mileage reimbursement. If you're driving really far, I'm not mileage reimbursement. What am I talking about? Gas. They reimburse you for the gas you use and the mileage you spend driving. So ask these questions, because this is all money that you're spending to be on this contract. So they need to give it back to you if they can, right? It's only fair. Oh, and lastly, certifications. I didn't know this. So quick story, on my last travel assignment, I had to basically renew my ACLS, BLS because I left my original cards at home. It was too far away for me to get in the time I needed to start my assignment. So I had to research the nearest ACLS, BLS certification spot. Take both certifications over. No, they hadn't expired yet. But because I didn't have the original card, which I needed for this assignment, I had to take them over. But it all wasn't lost because my company reimbursed me. They gave me the money back for my ACLS, BLS. And because I recently got my CCRN, they gave me the reimbursement for that test as well. Win, 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 win. Wins all across the board. But had I not asked, do you think they were going to give me those reimbursements? I'll go ahead and tell you, no. They didn't mention it. They didn't say anything about it. So you have to ask these questions, guys, okay? All right, guys, so the last and final question I'm going to have you ask your recruiter before you sign a contract is if they offer a loyalty bonus. So when you start a contract with them, say you want to extend, they'll pay you extra. Right. So it's great because you've already worked at the hospital, you're comfortable, and you don't mind extending. So because you're extending, they don't have to do extra work to find your contract, to speak to that HR manager, to negotiate back and forth. You're saving them all this work. So they can at least give you a loyalty bonus. I've had it done for me before, so really check to see if that happens for your company, because if it does, you kind of want to know that up front, because if you sign on, you choose extend, they're like, oh, we don't offer a loyalty bonus. You're already stuck because you're already signed on. You want to stay at the hospital anyway, but it just sucks because you didn't know they didn't offer the bonus before you signed on. Ask if they offer a referral bonus as well. You're giving their name to another nurse. This is bringing them more business, more money. Once you've done all that, guys, and you have all the answers, you're ready to start your nursing contract. Hopefully, all these answers work in your favor, but just be sure that you are asking some questions too as a travel nurse. I mean, these companies are asking you questions about your experience, where you want to work, all these things, but don't forget, you too have the right to ask these companies a few questions. So guys, that's all I have today. I hope this helped you. I hope you're going to be more prepared on your next travel assignment. You have all these questions, you're ready to ask your recruiters with no fear, because you know what to do, you know what to ask, and you know a little bit more about what to expect. That's all I have today, guys. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. If you want more videos about recruiters or my experience with them, just comment below and let me know so you don't make these mistakes when you start your career as a travel nurse. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Ailey out.